early 2000s, my family fell victim to the Russian adoption scam, so let's get into it. I was about 10 when this happened, and my mom was attending a fairly new church. We changed churches when we moved and whatnot, so this was a fairly new church for us. They start announcing that in a few weeks, they'll be having a bunch of Russian children coming to stay to potentially be adopted. Families could sign up to host, I believe, the adults that were bringing the children and also the children themselves. My mom signed up to be one of the host families to these two boys, both named Alexei and both went by the name Losha, and they didn't speak any English at all. When I first got there, I knew things were off, but mind you, I'm 10 at this point, and my mom's saying, well, they aren't used to having a family. But there were things that they would do that I knew were not okay. And it made me really, have a soft spot for these boys. They would hide things under their pillows. That's one of the first things I noticed. I remember standing at the pantry with them, and they could not fathom that I was trying to give them a snack. They were so hesitant and tore the wrapper like this, just staring at me to I think now making sure that they weren't going to get in trouble. I wasn't tricking them. Well, those were two signs that I just remember being 10 and being wow, that's really sad and really something that I'm not used to. I didn't understand. Now the 2 weeks are over and it's time for them to go back to Russia. It ended up being that they were only able to adopt one. For some reason, my mom starts all the adoption paperwork. We write letters to the one little boy that we are going to adopt. Start hearing back from them less and less. That's pretty much the end of the story. They flew all these kids out here. None of them even spoke English. Flew them all back. They had all these families ready to adopt through the church, and then they ghosted everyone. Now, I don't think that the church was involved. I think that the church themselves was scammed. And now I don't know if the scam was through the adoption agency. I don't even know if these kids were actually available to be adopted, to be honest. They might have had families for all we know. No one was able to see any of these kids ever again. The other day I was telling you guys about how my family was part of the whole Russian adoption scams, and that these boys actually came to stay with us for a few weeks before they got sent back. My mom had started all the paperwork, sent a bunch of money over, and then they quit contacting us. She sent me a few pictures of the boys and I wanted to share them with y'all. Here's a picture of me and the boys. Oh, they're so cute. Such a little tomboy back in there. Here's a picture of them with my mom. Sorry, I should have turned it around. Maybe I can do that in the edit. I don't know. This was the bed they slept in, that they would hide the stuff under the pillows there. I was editing. I remembered so many things that I left out of the story. This is one of my favorite pictures. He's so cute. Oh my gosh, I just hope that they're okay.